I really had other things to talk about other than Bill Maher's dumbass. But somehow I got into this. I was going to bitch about the new She-Ra because it sucks. But for now, let me finish up on this whole thought on Bill Maher and his complete, utter lack of intelligence. Because he seems to think that comics are an unacceptable form of media. Oh, okay. Well, we have all these authors, a best-selling author or two. Actually, I believe Neil Gaiman may have started in novels and came back to comic books. Fucking Stephen King wrote an adaptation of his own work in comic book form. His son, Hill, not only wrote quite a few comic books, but his own books. In fact, yeah, I believe the Lock and Key series, the only thing there. Several things from Conan Doyle have been adapted into comic books. Several things from... Fuck, I might remember that man's name. Really, motherfucker. Robert E. Howard had several of his things adapted into comic books, as has, of course, his old buddy. Mind of Madness and all those things have been adapted into comic books. So I'm not understanding how you think. Yeah, Roy Thomas brought Conan and many other things, the great literature, into comic books. Several stories have been returned to the comic book media and done quite well with their adaptations, including The Three Musketeers, Call of Cthulhu. Yes, fucking Cthulhu has been in a comic book form. Flash Gordon, of course, has. I guess that doesn't really matter much to you because it doesn't fit within your highbrow entertainment, which I find ludicrous and foolish. J.R.R. Martin had the Song of Ice and Fire adapted into the comic books. Oh, and he got his start in role-playing games and wrote comics at a college age. The man making a bunch of money from the Song of Ice and Fire and Game of Thrones got his start. Where? Adapting RPG comic books. He made a book, he edited a book series called The Wild Cards based on superheroes. So I'm not understanding how all of these people with all of their background of knowledge and in academia and in the actual books reading, but because you picked up a Hardy Books book once and somehow got through reading it, you're something special. But and so smart and so wise and so much better at knowing things than the people who have actually done shit. I could get into many of the great people who have made it through comic books through publishing, like Larry Hama, who was a former soldier who made G.I. Joe work as well as it did, or fucking Mike Grail, also a former soldier who had a TV show based on his work. Tons of money and far more successful than your dumbass will ever be. But yet you want to sit here and talk about how great you are. how fucking brilliant you believe yourself to be. I should have worn a green wig. Oh well. Yeah, Mike Allen Collins also continued a lot of the work of Mickey Spillane for those books. And where did he? Oh, look at that. He got his early career started in comics. Huh. How about that? From Oh, he's part of the Mystery thing, which was an adaptation that makes sense. Did some Dick Tracy, wrote Batman, and gave the new origin for Jason Todd. Created Wild Dog, who wasn't anything until he showed up on Arrow, but hey, it happened. Did the Batman's Children's Dreams English translation, part of Dark Angel TV series, comic book based on CSI. Mm-hmm. Wrote 2 sequels to Road to Perdition, which is also another famous comic book. Interesting. Oh, and look at that. He was a collaborator with Mickey Spillane on Mike Danger, which was the adaptation in the comics that Mickey Spillane did with Mike Hammer. And Collins was so good, Mickey fucking Spillane trusted him to finish off 2 of his works, well, 3 according to this, of his Mike Hammer novels. He wrote some movies. Elliot Ness, An Untouchable Life, based on an Edgar Award nominated play. Do you have an Edgar Award nominated play there, Bill Maher? Do you? No? Huh. Funny. That's interesting. Yeah, I'm not even going to get into his political views. Who the fuck cares? Oh, he wrote Well, he was part of the writers. Yes, indeed. He was the writer for Road Perdition, a very successful film starring Tom Hanks. Of course, it was a successful comic book before that. Did you write a comic book or a book or anything that turned into a movie starring Tom Hanks? No. Okay, then here's to you.